Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you and welcome back with a new video. Today I will discuss about the Ohm's law in vector form, series and parallel connection and some numericals based on series and parallel connection. Okay, so let's start from Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? See, if we take a conductor and the potential difference when a battery is connected, then the potential difference across the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through the conductor. But there is a certain condition. What is the condition? When all the physical conditions such as temperature, pressure are all remains constant. So by this law we can write that del V means potential difference is directly proportional to I. So this del V equals to, when it is equal, then one constant term will come, that is called the R, and this R is called the resistance. So del V equals to IR, this R is called the resistance. This is constant, but this value will remain constant when these physical conditions are all remain same. Otherwise this will be different. Okay. So if we draw the graph V versus I, del V I, then the graph will be straight line. Okay. If we want to find the slope, suppose the angle is theta, then the slope will be tan theta, you can say. So this will be del V by I. Then we know that del V by I will give the value of R, means the graph of del V versus I, where the slope will give the value of the resistance. So this is the scalar form of the Ohm's law. Now what is the vector form of Ohm's law? That I will derive. Next heading you give vector form of Ohm's law. To derive the Ohm's law in vector form, I will start from the equation I equals to NeAVD, where N is the free electron density, E is the charge of an electron, A is the area of cross section, and Vd is the drift velocity. And the formula for Vd we know, that is EV by ml into tau. So put the value over here, then it will come this will be Vd EV by ml into tau. Here I am writing n square tau A divided by m into V by L. So V by L we can write m by n square tau into I by A. This m by n square tau, it is called the rho, and V by L is called the electric field, that we read, and I by A, it is called the current density J. Okay, so J is the current density, right? J is the current density, rho is the resistivity, and E is the electric field. Okay. Now see, this direction of J means it is a vector quantity. This direction of J, it is along the direction of electric field, or it is along the direction of current. So we can write that value is in vector notation E equals to rho J. Okay. Now one definition you have to know, which is called the conductivity. What is conductivity? The reciprocal of resistivity is called the conductivity. It is represented by sigma, means 1 by rho. Reciprocal of resistivity means 1 by rho. So in place of rho we can write 1 by sigma. So write over here E equals to 1 by sigma into J. So J equals to sigma E. This is the Ohm's law in vector form. Okay. See one thing, we can derive the scalar form from here also. How? See, what I told. What is the, in case of current, we will take the current density because it is equivalent to vector. I told it. So in case of current, the equivalent, vector equivalent is the current density. So in place of J, we can write I. Okay. Now, see, the formula was J equals to sigma E. So in place of J, we can write I because the current, vector equivalent of the current is the current density. Here, sigma, in case of sigma, we can write it is rho. Okay. As a sigma you write. Okay, write sigma now. Sigma into E. See, what is the, in place of E, what we can write over here? We can write the potential difference because the vector equivalent of the potential difference is the electric field. So we can write over del V. Now, I equals to, sigma equals to 1 by rho. This is del V. In place of rho, we can write R. So this is I equals to 1 by R into del V. So here del V equals to IR. See? So this is scalar form and this is the vector form. Clear? What are the ohmic conductors? See, the conductors which obey the Ohm's law, that is called the ohmic conductor. And if we draw the graph for ohmic conductor, if this is del V and this is I, this graph will be like this. Means this graph will be straight line. And the slope, this slope will give the value of resistance. And this resistance is constant when all the physical conditions are remain constant. Here see, why I am telling constant, in this graph, if you want to find the slope, then each and every point, the value of theta will be constant. So, this is the ohmic conductor. And now what are the non-ohmic conductor? Non-ohmic conductor means the conductor which does not obey the Ohm's law, that are called the non-ohmic conductor. And one sort note I am telling, the conductor at high current, it will behave like non-ohmic. Means that time it does not follow the Ohm's law. Okay. Now, in case of non-ohmic conductor, the graph will be like this. Means in this case we can say the resistance is, this resistance is variable. Resistance is variable. Why I am telling this variable? See, if you want to find the slope over here, then draw the tangent. Suppose this is theta 1. Theta means this is slope. So if you want to find the slope over here, then draw the tangent. So it is theta 2. So easily we can write this theta 2 greater than theta 1. That's why you can say this slope is different, means the resistance is different. Next heading, the combination of resistor. There are two types of combination. First one is the series. So that derivation you read in class 10. In brief I am telling, suppose I am taking two resistors which is connected in series. This type of connections, so this is the symbol for resistance. So R1, R2, this type of connections are called the series connections. So when the second end of the first resistance is connected with the first end of the second resistance, then we can say these resistances are connected in series. So if we connect a battery over here of potential difference B, now you tell which one will remain constant, current or potential difference. Here obviously if I take this current is I, then the same current will flow through this resistor because there is one path only. If the current gets two or more path, means more than one path, then the current will divide. Otherwise, if there is current I, so here also you will get the current I because they are flowing in one path. So, but because of this resistance, in between 2 points, the potential will be different. That I am taking, this is V1 and in between this is V2. So what about we can write V1 this V1 equals to I, V equals to IR, so V1 will be I into R1 and V2 will be I into R2, but the total potential is the V. So if we add V1 plus V2, then we will get the value of V. So V equals to V1 plus V2. So V1 will be I R1 plus I R2. Now see, if we think this two resistor as one resistor, then this will be like this. Okay. So if we consider one resistor is connected with a battery of potential difference V, then we can write this V equals to IR. So this IR I am writing over here. So R equals to C. This IR equals to, take I common, so R1 plus R2. So R equals to R1 plus R2. See, if we take, here I have taken two resistors, you can take 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Then R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rm. Okay. This is the equivalent resistance for the series connections. Now, what about the equivalent resistance for parallel connection? Next heading you give the parallel connection. Okay. Now what about the parallel connection? See, I am drawing, then I am telling. Two resistances I am telling. This is R1, this is R2. Now in case of parallel connections, see what are the parallel connections? When first end of all capacity, all resistances are connected in one terminal and the second end of all resistances are connected in one terminal, then the connection is called the parallel connection. So here I have taken R1 and R2. Suppose the potential difference is V and the current is flowing I. Now see here, when the current will reach over here, it is getting two paths. So here the current will divide. Suppose this is I1, this is I2. And here it will be I1, here it will be I2, and this will be I. This will be I. Now, in case of parallel connection, the current is divided, but the potential difference across these two terminals will be same. Why? See, here it will be, suppose the potential difference is V, so difference is V, so if I take this is V, this is 0, then the difference will get V. So here it will get V, here it will get 0. So this potential difference across this resistance also V, V minus 0 V, and here across this resistance V minus 0 V. So we can say the potential, as the potential difference of the cell is V, so potential difference across the resistance will also be V. Clear? Now the current is different, so we will find out the current. Which one is different? I1 equals to V by R1 and I2 equals to V by R2. This I1 and I2, if we add this one, then you will get I. So I1 plus I2. Put the value, take V common, then 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. And if we consider these two resistances as one resistance, then the circuit will be like this. So V R, then we will get, if the current is I, then I will be V by R. So put the value V by R over here, then 1 by R equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is the equivalent resistance when two resistances are connected in parallel. So if you take three resistances, then 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4, R5, like this it will come. Okay. Remember, when in case of parallel connection, if these two resistances of equal value, which is suppose R, then you will apply the equivalent capacitance Re equals to R by N. Okay, remember this one. No need to calculate by this equation. Oh, and one thing, if R1 and R2, if there is two resistors, then the shortcut you can apply this R will be, in case of parallel connection I am telling. So this will be R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. See, one very easy problem I am taking. Suppose this is 2 ohm, this is also 3 ohm. What is the equivalent resistance between A and B? So what will you apply? You will apply when more than 2 is given, then you will apply 1 by R equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Here 2 is given, so you apply RE equals to R1 R2 means 2 into 3 divided by 2 plus 3. This will be 6 by 5 ohm. Okay. If there is 3 resistor as given, suppose this is also 2. So you will apply now RE equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. This will give 6 and 3 plus 3 plus 2. This will be 8 by 6 ohm. Case of parallel connection. Suppose this is R and R. All the values are equal. Then apply, suppose this is B and this is A. Then apply RE equals to R means value of that resistances divided by number of resistors, means actually now it is number of resistors 3. Okay. Now you can write 3 means actually the formula is N. But here N means how many connections are there. Connection. Here see 1, 2, 3. If I give this circuit, then what you will write? See here also, but here you can't say number of resistors are 3. Your number of resistors 6. Total number of resistors 6. But you don't give here N equals to 6. Okay, but you have to give. Suppose this is R, R. What you have to write? You have to write total value 2R means 2R by 3. Okay. Don't write R by 6. Understood what I am telling? 2R by 3 means how many N equals to how many connections are there? 1, 2, 3. That's why 3. Means here total. If you write total resistance 2R, then see total resistance 2R by 3. Then it is okay. Start the problem. Problem number 1. I gave this type of circuit where you have to find the value of the resistances, equivalent resistance in between A and B. See, start from here. This 7 and 3 and 7, these are connected in series. So we can say the equivalent resistance will be RS1 I am writing. This will be 3 plus 7, this will be 10. Okay. So we can draw the figure like this. Means if we consider this 1, then it will be 10. Now this 10 and this 10 are connected in parallel. So R parallel 1 will be how much? Where these 2 means we can apply this formula 10 into 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 100 divided by 20. So this will be 5. Now see, we can remove this one. Now this will be 5. So 5 and this 5 are in series. So RS2 equals to 5 plus 5. This will be 10. And so when it is 10, remove this one. This 10 and 10 are parallel. So R equivalent will be 10 into 10 divided by 10 plus 10. This will be 100 divided by 20 equals to 5. This is the answer. Okay. This is how you have to calculate the equivalent resistance in between these two terminals. If I give this type of circuit, how to calculate the equivalent resistance in between A and B? Look, here this point is A, means this will also be A. This will also be A. If this point is B, this will also be B. Why? Because only the wire is connected. If there is a resistor, then we can't take these 2 points as same. Okay. If only the wire, then we can take these 2 points as same. Okay. Otherwise, we can say, see, if we connect on imaginary battery over here, a potential difference V, then this point will be V, this point will also be 0 because difference is V. So here this will be V and here this will be 0. Okay. So 0 means here it will get 0 and here it will get V. Okay. This is how also you can explain. Otherwise you can take this one, as there is only where, then we can consider this point will also be A, this point will also be B. Now see, here only 2 points we are getting, which is A and which is B. This 5 ohm resistor is connected in between B and A. Okay. This 10 ohm resistance is connected in between A and B. Okay. This 5 ohm is also connected in between. This is also B point, in between A and B. So see, all the resistances are connected in between A and B. These are parallel connection. So the equivalent resistance will be 1 by Re will be 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5. This will be 10, 2 plus 1 plus 2. This will be 5 by 10, 1 by 2, means Re will be 2 ohm. Okay, this is the answer. See, if I keep the resistance over here, then what will be the equivalent resistance in between A and B? The value of resistor was 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 5 ohm. Suppose here it is also 5 and 5. Okay. How to calculate? Look, what I told, if there is only where, then you can give the, as this point is A, then this point will also be A. But here the 5 ohm resistor is there. Then how to calculate? See, I am taking these 2 points P and Q is 2 different points I am taking over here. So how many points we got? A, P, Q and B. So A, P, Q and B. Now see, this 5 ohm is connected in between A and Q. Okay, A and Q. This 5 ohm is connected in between A and P. Okay, A and P. Here it is connected in between, this 10 is connected in between P and Q. Okay, P and Q. Now this 5, P and B. P and B. One more left, which one? Q and B. Q and B means this 5. 5, P and B. PB also 5. PQ 10. Now this A and P is 5, and here one more A and Q. A and Q, this is also 5. Now see, we are getting this type of simplified circuit. This type of circuit we will study in Wheatstone Bridge. Another video I will make it. But now remember one thing, when this type of circuit you will see, then consider no current is flowing through this 10 ohm resistor, so we can neglect this part. Okay, only these 5 and these 5 are connected in series. These 5 connected in series, they are parallel. So the net will be how much? This is 10. 10 into 10 divided by 10 plus 10. This will be 100 by 20. This will be 5 ohm. Okay. Some information I am giving about that circuit. See, in a Wheatstone Bridge circuit, why I neglect this part? Because no current flows through this resistor. Why? In Wheatstone Bridge circuit we will see the potential at point V will be equals to the potential at point Q. Means this potential of that 2 points will be same. So we read, when there will be a potential difference, then the current flows. Here the potential difference is 0. So how the current will flow? Understood? So that's why I have neglected this part, as the potential in between these 2 points are same. So here I have given one circuit. The question is find RE, R equivalent. VAB means potential difference across AB, BC and CD. And the third question is current through each resistor. So how to find? Here, to solve the first question, see these 4 and 4 are connected in parallel. So we can apply RP1 will be, the resistance value of these resistances are same. So 4 by 2 we can apply. So this will be 2 ohm. And here RP2, these are connected in parallel also. So 6 into 12 divided by 6 plus 12. This will be 72 divided by 18, and it will come 4. Now this parallel connection means this equivalent and 2 are connected in series. So this R equivalent will be 2 plus 2 plus 4, this will be 8 ohm. Okay, now this is first answer. Now to find the second answer, we need the total current. So total I will be how much? I equals to V by R. So 16 by total R is 8 ohm. So it is 2 ampere is the total current. Now if we consider these two resistance as one resistance, then same current will flow because they are connected in series, means this equivalent, this and this equivalent. Okay. So here if we consider the current is same, so potential difference across AB will be V equals to IR. So I means it is 2 into R. R equivalent how much? 2. So 2 into 2 means 4 volt. Okay. So from here easily we can find out the value of current through each resistor that I am coming. Now through BC will be how much? Current is 2. This is also 2. This 4 volt. And here the CD will be how much? 2 into 12, 6, equivalent is 4. So this will be 4 means 8. Now see total potential difference came over 16. 4 plus 4 plus 8. Okay. So it matched already. These are the second question. In next problem, if I give this type of circuit, okay. Now there are two resistors are connected diagonally, but here these two wires are not connected. Okay, and you have to find the equivalent resistance in between A and B. Suppose all the values are R. How to find? Please pause the video and try to solve it. Okay, I'll solve. Okay, let's solve it. See, here this point is, as this point is A, this is where, means this point will also be A. As this is A, so this point will also be A. Same case B, B and B. Okay, now we will observe the 2 points, the simplified circuit I am trying to draw. This is AB. So these two are connected in between AB. Okay, right, A, B. Now come over here. These two are also connected in between AB. Okay. Now what about these two resistors? Now see, these resistance, these two resistors are connected in between A and B also. Okay, so here also I am giving, suppose this is A and same case is happening over here also, A and B. Now see, now this is A, this is B. So all are parallel, and one thing see, here R, total resistance will be R plus R, 2R, and the net will be how much? The shortcut I told, here these 4 2Rs are connected in parallel. So here this will be 4R divided by 4. Calculate the third part. What I told, through each resistor, through each means the equivalent of these 4 and 4, 2 ampere current will pass. So here the total will be 2, but individually how much current is flowing? So here that individual current will be, if we take I1 equals to I2, why? Because these values are same. So this will be V, how much we got? 4. So 4 by 4, this will be 1. See, 1 means I1 1, I2 1. So that's why total 2. Here is also we will get 2 ampere. How? See, suppose this current I 2 ohm, means current flows through 2 ohm resistor. 4 by 2, this is also 2 ampere will come. Here also see 2 ampere will come. Total 2 ampere will come, but individually it will be different. Suppose I12 I am calculating. I through 12 ohm. Here the potential difference we got how much? 8. It will be 8 by 12. So it will be 4 2s are 8, 4 3, 2 by 3, and I 6 will come, 8 divided by 6. So it is 2 4 2 3, 4 by 3. Now you add 2 ohm will come. 2 by 3 plus 4 by 3. How much it is coming? So it is 6 by 3 means 2 ampere. Clear? Total 2 ampere current is flowing. See, total current is 2 ampere. So also we get the individual current, means current flows through each resistor. This is also one type of problem. Now in this problem, two questions are given. Here find R net, R equivalent and the total current. See, this is 6 volt. So I am taking over here, potential difference is given 6 volt, means this positive is 6 and this negative will be 0. That's so then it will difference will come 6. So if it is getting 6, it is also 6. Okay, and here is resistance, so we can't consider this will be 6, but this will be 0. Okay, as this is 6, this will be 6 because only wires are connected. Now we got how many points? 6, 0. Here I am suppose X I am taking. So we got the points 6, 0 and 1 point which is X. Now this resistance is connected in between 2 and X. Sorry, 6 and X. So 6 and X you give. You can give the name A and B also. Whatever. Now this 6 is connected in between X and 6. X and 6. Okay. Now this 1.5 is connected in between X and 0. Okay, give here X I am writing over here. X and 0. This is 1.5. This 2 and this is 6. And this 3 is connected in between 0, 6. 0, 6. Okay. This is 3. 0 and 6. Okay. Now see, to find the equivalent capacitance, equivalent resistance. So here these two are parallel. These two are parallel means we need to find in between 6 and 0 because the battery is connected over here. So these two are parallel. So RP1 I can find 6 into 2 divided by 6 plus 2. This will be 12 by 8. Okay. So 12 by 8 means this will be 4 3s and 4 2. 3 by 2 means it is 1.5. And this 1.5, this 1.5 are connected in series. So R series 1 will be how much? This is 1.5 plus 1.5, which is ohm, equals to 3 ohm. Okay. Now, see, these 3 ohm and these 3 ohm are connected in parallel. So it will be RP, means R equivalent I am writing. R equivalent will be 3 into 3. So 3 and 3 equal values. So 3 by 2 we can write. It means 1.5 ohm. So the equivalent resistance will be 1.5 ohm. But how to find the total current? So I net will be how much? I equals to V by R. V is given 6 divided by 1.5. So it will come 60 by 15. So it is 4 ampere. Okay. So the value is 4 ampere. In next problem, if I give this type of circuit, okay, now there are two resistors are connected diagonally, but here these two wires are not connected. Okay, and you have to find the equivalent resistance in between A and B. Suppose all the values are R. How to find? Please pause the video and try to solve it. Okay, I'll solve. Okay, let's solve it. See, here this point is, as this point is A, this is where, means this point will also be A. As this is A, so this point will also be A. Same case B, B and B. Okay, now we will observe the 2 points, the simplified circuit I am trying to draw. This is AB. So these two are connected in between AB. Okay, right, A, B. Now come over here. These two are also connected in between AB. Now what about these two resistors? Now see, these resistance, these two resistors are connected in between A and B also. Okay, so here also I am giving, suppose this is A and same case is happening over here also, A and B. Now see, now this is A, this is B, so all are parallel. And one thing, see here R, total resistance will be R plus R, 2R, and the net will be how much? The shortcut I told, here these 4 2Rs are connected in parallel, so here this will be 4R divided by 4, R by A equals to R by N, so 4R by 4, this will be only R. Okay, then how to find the equivalent capacitance in between A and B? See, this point is B, means this is also B, and B. See, all the resistors are connected in between A and B, so these are parallel. Means, see, this is connected in between A and B, A and B, A and B, and A and B. So these 4 resistors are connected in parallel, so R equivalent will be R by 4. R, it will be R by N, number of resistors how much? This is 4, so that's why R by 4. Now one last problem. Here suppose this type of circuit is given, and in one problem I told the resistors were not connected, but here these resistors are connected, and you have to find the equivalent equivalent resistance in between A and B. All the values are given R. Okay, see, for this you have to draw the simplified circuit. Draw the simplified circuit over here. I am drawing it. See, this point is A, means this is A, this is A, this is B, and this is a different point. I am taking it P. Here these two resistors are connected in between A and B, so this is A and B, R and R. Similar case happens over here also, B and A. Now here see, one point I got P, here I am giving the name, and this resistance also connected in between A and P, this is also connected in between A and P, so we can say they are connected in parallel. This is how I am drawing. See, this point is A, means here also this point will also be A, so here also I can draw. This point is P. Now here this R and this R is connected in between B and P. P and B. Okay, clear? Now this is B point, this is A point. I think now it is clear. Now how to find the total resistance? This is R, this is also R. Now see, 2R, and what about this R and R? They are connected in parallel, so it will be R by 2, clear? So the equivalent circuit will be, this will be 2R, and at the middle this will be R by 2, they are series, so R by 2 plus R by 2, it will be R, and here it will be 2R. So the equivalent will be 1 by RE, 2R, 1 by 2R plus 1 by R plus 1 by 2R. So it will be 2R, 1 plus 2 plus 1, which will be 4 by 2R, means RE will be 2R by 4, which is R by 2. Okay, this is the answer, and today's class up to this. In next class I will show how to calculate, how to solve the infinite network series, and after that I will discuss the EMF also. Thank you.